the big boy, the Nissan Titan. This feels like an elongated, enlarged, newer Frontier, and it carries over all of the great things that you expect from the legacy truck or legacy interior spaces. There is nothing in here that you're like, yeah, I don't know what the hell's happening. There is a physical interface for every function, from your steering wheel switches, your lights, your four-wheel drive locker. I mean, you look at this and you're like, okay, I get it. And if you're somebody that is phobic of all of the gimmicky technology they're piling in all the new products, this is the truck for you, and I'm not even exaggerating that. The technology has been updated in two areas. They have a little digital center screen in between the two analog gauges, and it tells you things like the tilt angle of the truck. If you're on an incline, decline, they have an infotainment screen that mostly blends into the background. It's what you've seen in all the Nissan products, but everything works. And again, there's a forward track selector, backward track selector, and a one-touch off to turn off the screen, so you can just be connected with your truck and your off-roading experience, or towing experience for that matter. The back seats, as you would expect from a cab like this, are enormous. You're going to fit your family, cars, baby seats in there. You're going to fit all your gear. I fit all my crap in here, and the bed is just about usable enough for what you're going to be doing with a truck of this stature. But there is more to talk about than just the basics. We're going to head into the shop now and talk turkey about what this is.
Mark, we're underneath the all-new Nissan Titan. When I mean all-new, it came out in 2016, so it's actually a pretty old truck. This is, in fact, the last of the old-school pickup trucks, the more honest, less technologically advanced. I'm really defending it here, but if you like old trucks like the long-gone Tundra with a V8, this is all you have left in this
It's
market.
not really long gone. It's only been a year.
It's long gone.
Yeah, it's long gone to you, because everything's got to be new. If it's more than 3 months old, it's garbage.
But this is an American truck, too, despite being owned by Nissan.
Where is it made?
Missouri.
Oh, okay.
That's America.
That was Mississippi.
Whatever, one of the M's.
Okay. You don't even care about your country. What a heretic. What else?
So because this is the Pro 4X model, it means it's off-road capable, so they have added some skid plates. This is the only trim level with these specific Bilstein dampers, and it has a locking rear differential for when you want to go off-road. This, of course, has four-wheel drive, tows 9,300 pounds, it has leaf springs in the rear, live rear axles in the back, and a set of double wishbones in the front for the suspension. It's an interesting truck. I think this is pretty honest in what it's setting out to accomplish.
Yeah. So you don't get a whole bunch of crap you don't need here. That's really what it's about is, this is something like 10 years down the road, you're not thinking about, are my 20-way adjustable shocks with electronic actuators and hydraulic bump stops are going to blow out all over the place, and my 25 oil cooler line's going to leak.
No, this truck is meant for you to own, essentially. They have a really long warranty. They claim the best warranty in this segment. 5 years, 100,000 miles, bumper to bumper. So this isn't going to be a vehicle that you need to turn in after your lease.
So you just have to probably worry about the rot.
Yes.
If anything, it's probably it's going to turn into a rust rocket after 10 years.
But that's all trucks, basically, out here in the Midwest.
Especially in the Midwest, everything's going to be bad.
This thing is absolutely covered in salt. Yeah.
So what else? We'll talk about transmission real quick.
So we have a 9-speed automatic. It's from the Mercedes development engine family. However, they have worked with Nissan and trying to share some other parts. This has a prestigious cousin, though, the Aston Martin DBX.
I've used this truck a lot to tow my DBX to the dealership to get that thing repaired, so it's nice to have the same transmission.
And this is as refined as your DBX because they have hydraulic cab mounts. They have prioritized reducing some of the NVH that makes its way into the cabin to make this a little bit more livable. And this V8 is direct injected, which might be an issue for some people due to carbon buildup, but from my understanding, it's fairly reliable.
I think that's a good time, Jack. Was there anything else you want to talk about in terms of warranty, maybe?
I already did. 5 years, 100,000 miles, bumper to bumper, Mark.
Oh, sounds good. Let's drive it.
All right.
You got launch control or what?
I don't. I have one mode, tow mode, but I can do this. Smooth V8 at that as well.
It is really smooth. When I got in here, I expected way worse of an experience in terms of ride quality specifically. So really the best way I can sum this up, the last generation Tundra with the V8, that's what this feels like with 50% more refinement and a way better gearbox experience.
The 9-speed in this is legitimately good, particularly for a pickup truck. I mean, it responds well. There's no gear shock.
At least in driving on the street. I don't know what it's like towing a load, towing a jet ski or something, or like smaller. It's
or
not
a horse trailer.
Yeah, it's not going to matter like the smaller stuff. But we can only speak to its on-road characteristics, which is way, way better.
Yeah, it legitimately. I actually think this 9-speed is better than the Ford Raptor or regular F-150 10-speed. When we've had the 10-speed in the Ford trucks, it's done weird things. Shifted really hard, inconsistent shifts. This, you don't even notice it, which is exactly what you want in an automatic gearbox.
Yeah, I would agree with you. It's a much more pleasant driving experience. Now, when I said ride quality is better than the Tundra, you can't get away from the leaf spring rear end. I mean, there is that jounciness that you get, that truck ride, but I mean, compared to an older truck,
yes,
let's say like 15 years ago, this is like a luxury ride compared to that. So if you're somebody coming from SUVs, you're going to like the way this rides. It doesn't bounce all over the place. And if you're somebody that's coming from trucks, you're going to be like, wow, this is amazing.
Here's the thing, right? If you're going to cross shop the American trucks, you're going to make a lot of compromises if you go with this. The new F-150, hell, even the new Tundra rides better than this. Those vehicles are softer, more refined than this Titan, but
yeah, I think that's the thing, right? You're going to make a lot of excuses for why you would get this, and this is not for somebody that's like cross-shopping an F-150. It really is not. It's somebody that wants an alternative to the American trucks, and it's
you love Nissan, you love Japanese trucks, yes, you're going to buy one of these, and it doesn't matter what we say, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I like it for all the wrong reasons, really, that this type of thing is not what sells modern products. But, you could make the argument that the tech is worse in here, but the interior is really pretty decent. The interior tech all works, and even like the audio system, which I know we briefly touched on in the interior, is really good for a truck. This does everything well, and I think that's about all I can say about it. Other than the fuel economy of the V8, you're going to trade a lot off with that.
And at least in the regular Titan variant that we have, not the XT, it also doesn't tow as much as like the F-150 does. But
I mean, you're splitting.
Yeah, you're splitting hairs.
It's 9,000 pounds. It just, again, it depends on who you are. If you're looking for a towmaster, you're probably even going up from that F-150 to like Super Duties or heavy duty. That segment of truck to get to that next level anyway.
But if you want the apparent reliability, I've been told that these things are pretty bomb-proof. You want something that you can work on, and you don't like modern BS. This today is your only option left.
All right, Jack, let's get into the final thoughts. I'm going to fumble my way through the pros and the cons.
All right, sounds good.
Final thoughts on the Nissan Titan Pro 4X. This is for a certain breed of individual that is sick and tired of all the newfangled gadgets in trucks and cars. This does one thing. It is a utility vehicle. You put crap in it, it tows, the interior is all tried and true, all physical controls. It doesn't connect out to the internet and download you a mail order bride. It doesn't drive itself. It doesn't have 20-way adaptive dampers, disconnecting sway bars. It doesn't leave in the middle of the night to cheat on you with another truck. It just works when you get in it. It's comfortable enough. It's got a V8. It's smooth. It is enjoyable to drive without beating you up. It still feels like a truck. It's not trying to do anything more than that, and that is also the negative part when you look at the competition. When I had a personalized conversation with Jack, we argued, would you really choose this over an F-150 with how good that's gotten, or the Ram, or the new Tundra? And you probably wouldn't. But if you like what this is offering, and it's unique at what it offers, you're going to walk away smiling, probably, if you have the money. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.